Hello everybody and welcome back to Transport Fever. As we can see, those cities are really growing now. There is another big tower in Yarmouth. No, it's actually in Ripon. And it is looking really nice and dandy and all. And of course, we want these towns to grow even bigger. I think Yarmouth now has really surpassed the 1000. It's already at 1100. So it's growing even faster. And as we can see, there is also some interesting tower here. I like, especially as the smoke is coming out here. Looking fine and all. And of course, well, there are lots of people waiting in Yarmouth train station. Even though we do have an airport here now too. This airport is quite busy as well. Or it's getting more busy as we speak. So there are more and more people coming. In that case, some of them are actually making some profit there as well. Yarmouth, Sleepy Hollow. But what I've noticed is that planes are not that profitable anymore. So it needs to be really big towns and stuff like that. Those trains though, they're just printing money for us at the moment. It's incredible how profitable they are. And of course, it's no surprise that I really want to continue building those sexy, juicy trains that we have. This one here, 7 million from this hole here right now. And of course, getting full again, the TGV with 2 layers there. It's just incredible. And of course, beautiful trains. It's not the end of the train development though. So we still have some very cool high-speed looking trains ahead of us. Now, of course, we are not going to stop here. What we have is we still have a few towns here that are absolutely not connected to anything. And we should be changing that. First of all, what I can see is that there is a nice oil refinery here. There's also some city with oil demand. So I think we have a new business opportunity here. What we could do is deliver the oil there and build ourselves a fuel industry that we have as well, right? So we can build industries ourselves if we have the mod installed. We can even say that it should be level 4 right away. Of course, we're not going to cheat or anything like that. And of course, we're also not going to place it anywhere near. So this fuel refinery kind of like is then here on the other side of the whole thing. So that it doesn't look like we actually created this for the sake of, you know, making it easy for us or something like that. So over here, we're going to have a nice little industry. It's, I think, the first industry that we are building. Of course, that is not a bad thing. The only thing that we want here is placing it. And to make it look more natural, we're just also going to have it then connected with the street. Unfortunately, there's a bit too much slope now. This is fine, right? So that it has a street connection to everything. And I think this is looking good then. Now, what we need is the oil. We have the oil here. There we have 2 oil wells that I did not build myself. It's just looking like that. And what I can see is there's a nice juicy train connection here already. So the only thing we need is a country road. In that case, this one here. Right, so that we have a nice speedy connection. There we have another one, and I think, is that close enough for a truck, or should we have a little train here? I'm thinking about a train for this one. The refined oil, definitely then with the train. And probably then here going to Southport with trucks. Right, so in that case, we do need to build another country road that goes then right to Southport. In that case, because it's just much cheaper with the fuel anyway, right? The refined oil, that is perfectly fine to have this for the train, but everything else should not. Let's have a cargo station for that. Cargo normal station, I think. Of course, the length should be accordingly to modern trains, so 320 meters. Doesn't hurt us that much building it. Right, and we're going to have it here somewhere. This is fine looking. We also have a poor connection for some of those vehicles right now. There we have it. That's fine. And then, of course, we do need a really big truck depot, right? So we do have the platforms, as we can see, and platforms to the right. And we could also say it's 30 meters length. Is that a bit overboard? It might actually be overboard. Let's make 2 of that, right? And then we build it, of course, right next to it. And there it is. There we have a nice truck station for the whole thing. And up here, what we need is, once again, some trucks. Of course, I could have just had a drop-off station, but nah, let's just make normal truck stations with that. The same thing here, even though... Oh, we got the Lufthansa 800, the A380. We finally have this plane available. The Lufthansa one, the Qantas, the Singapore. Really cool. We have now the biggest plane in history, passenger train plane that we have, that we can use now. I'm just going to have another depot here. So we're going to have this plane, of course, at some point now. Even though I still don't know where I would have to put it. I don't think we have that much demand anywhere. Right, and here we're going to have the other bus depot or truck station. And we just need now a country road once again. Going then right to... Should we have a direct connection to it? Not looking pretty, but I think it will be very profitable, this one here. And the only thing we need now is up here then a train station, and we might... Yeah, we might have a terminal one for this one. A terminal one that looks in towards the city. Right, terminals are so easy to make. And in that case, oh, we have a problem with the slope though. Yeah, especially if I want to keep the length, then it's not so easy to have this one. Right, I would have to build the station kind of like... Oh, very, very bad location here anyway, what I can see right now. That we have a problem. Can I connect it? I can connect it like that. Right, and this is probably the only way how it's possible. And it's actually not a bad way. Right, so we can use it like that. The only thing we need now is, let's just use the high-speed tracks right away, even though we are probably not going to use them so quickly. And of course the train then goes right to that station. And it's actually workable. Cost me 4 million, but I just take that from my small pocket. You know, in that case, it's also looking pretty fine. It's necessary like this. Either we make an expensive bridge like that, or we build it in a serpentine way up there again, and I'm not doing that. It's just way too slow. This should be fine, or this should be better for this. And here, what we can have is actually the train depot right away. So I can just place it there. We're only going to need one train here for quite some time. Probably later we'll have a train then with the fuel to the city, but for now it will not be profitable. So we're going to need another bus station here then, beside the fuel refinery. Righto. And then we are going to use the drop-off station. Truck unload, there it is, for those fuel areas here, right? So right in the middle of the whole thing. Will of course increase the noise pollution, but for now that will be fine. So Southport has it. The only thing that we need now is also a truck building, a truck depot. We might actually go with 2. Yeah, I'm going to have one here for those 2 lines then. They're not expensive anyway. And we're going to have another one then here for this truck station. Right, then I only need these lines. First of all, we have one that is the truck fuel Southport. We're going to call it that way. So that is truck fuel Southport. One of them. The other one is going to be our train line. So there's lots of things coming together right now. It's going from Leak to this one. And that is going to be... Where's the line? There it is. And this is going to be train, oil, Southport. And then we of course still need the trucks. For now I'm going with only one, because we'll see how high demand really is. I don't want to make a loss with this one here. Truck, oil, Southport. One, I should probably have said it, but it's fine. Now let's buy the vehicles, and yeah, we're using of course one of the latest ones. We got the 40-ton tanker trucks available here. We could even say a different company, the BP or Shell. Let's make it, yeah, let's say it's Shell company actually, or we just make the normal one. Transchemia. Let's make it Transchemia. Right, and let's choose 4 for now. We should not forget that they can really carry a lot of that. And that is then truck, oil, Southport. Right, and out they come. Those beautiful trucks there. In green fashion, I don't mind. Isn't that looking beautiful? I mean, what a beautiful game. And off they go. I would totally be a truck driver in this region. Now let's just have a look. We should then be seeing some oil coming here. Or actually, you know, being then stored. Oh yeah, and what I totally forgot is for that one, for that line, truck, oil, Southport. Of course, in Southport South, they have to use half full. I don't want them to go empty the whole way then. Alright, so the oil is then being transported here to the oil refinery, and then all we need is a train. Now we can go for one of the more modern locomotives. In that case, hopefully that doesn't cost me too much, right? Oh, and we also have the Eurostar Italy high-speed train now available as well. 300 kilometers, but it can only carry 100 people for one of them. How many could I... it's not even... it's a bad one, I think. Nothing that we would like to use right now. Did we unlock anything else? High speedway? Nope. We still have the IC and the TGV only for that. Let's go with locomotive. That is a difficult choice. We do have a few available here. This one here is electric and it's 6,000 in power, but we should look out for the maintenance cost of these guys. This one here is electric, not that strong, but much cheaper. And this one here is the cheapest one, but it's a diesel, right? But the power is still fine for it. And I think with a diesel, we should be fine for now. Oh, we also unlocked new tram and new regional trains. All right, let's use the cheapest diesel for now. And of course, this tank car here. And for capacity of 100, that will be totally fine. 120. And it's going to be train, oil, Southport. Right, that's it for now. This one is then doing it. And do we have the second line there as well? There we have it. Right, and this is also truck, oil, Southport 2. And in that case, let's get some trucks out for it as well. Let's make it the Shell this time. Truck, oil, Southport 2. There it is. And of course, also this line here will need to be half full for it to start at all. Now, I do have a problem though, I think. This one does not receive any oil at all. These are truck ones, right? Did I purchase the wrong trucks? I don't believe that. No, they have the right. They have the right cargo in this case here. The same with this one. The truck is connected with the oil well. The oil well or the truck is being then loaded down here. It needs the oil. This one is piling up. Alright, this one is working fine. This one is not piling up at all. So no idea what's the problem here. This one probably doesn't even want to sell it, but consumer, South Hall, it is in the consumer list as well. What is the problem here? It has a connection. It's going to leak west. Should be fine actually. Perhaps we still have to connect now the next one here. So Southport, we still haven't done that yet. So this is then really the truck fuel to Southport. Of course, we're also seeing here half full. Truck fuel Southport. And for safety reasons, let's only take 2 trucks on that for now. And let's take BP. 2 of them. Truck fuel Southport. Oh, I already had a line. My bad. Righto. But that's working now. And hopefully the oil that is coming in here then will be then refined to beautiful fuel. The train already has some 13 oil in store. I did, however, say that he should only be going half full. Did I not? No, did not. Now I am. That's fine. Oh, and there's a truck driving actually. So is there some oil being loaded? It should be, because this one is coming back again from a hole. Doesn't matter. What I'm doing is I'm going to switch them to the other one, Southport 2. Because it would be useless for them to really wait there now. Right, well this one is pretty much capped. 200 oil. I should have chosen a train for this one, since it's so much. And we're going to have only one here for now. I don't know, perhaps it's coming up, perhaps I need to make it again. But there's definitely something wrong here, that there is no oil being then transported. Anyway, oil is being now transported there. We got the refined oil already, and the train will then start delivering that to this station here, and fuel is working. So that is number 1. The other thing is that we still want to have a train passenger system here as well. And I'm thinking about going then to Riverdale as the final destination, not Hornsey, right? So we have then the connection Leek, Southport, Buxton, and Riverdale. I think this makes more sense since Riverdale also is a dead-end train station. We already have something here. So we have this line here, which is really just extremely profitable. And on platform 3, we have the ICE, which is also extremely profitable. So here I want to start now a new train from platform 4 then. And as we can see, we do then have, of course, a bit of a problem here with so many trains, but it's just going to connect here and then going to leave that station anyway, right? It's going to connect here and here. So all of them are now connected, and then we are going to see 2 trains or 2 tracks going away from here. Because this is going to be a new train line that we want. Of course, first of all, what we have to decide once again is the stations themselves. For Buxton, it will be quite easy, right? We have the passenger system. We're going to make it 240 meters long, and as we can see, it's pretty close to everything anyway. Perhaps not to people itself, but yeah, this one is totally fine. It's coming out of the tunnel then, and it's 240 meters, so this is just as long as it might get with 2 tracks there. It's never going to be anything else. Righto. And then we do need the same thing for Southport. So Southport is a bit more complicated, as we can see, since there is no real clear structure here. We're probably going over bridge, right? Yeah, definitely over the bridge and right into the city center. So we're going to have to destroy a bit here for Southport, unfortunately. In that case, this way most likely. Oh, we're going to change it to that. Or we're going to have it here. This might also work at the edge of it. Yes, and there we have the terminal station. Or, oh, we could also make it like that. From Leek then right to Sleepy Hollow. This could also work, even though this is really complicated then, because I don't know if that will ever be profitable. That is the reason. It might make sense to do this, though, from Leek to Sleepy Hollow, having this connection here as well. But trains are usually quite profitable. This plane here as well, like it's making 12 million for now, this beauty here. This is actually the Boeing 757 that we have, right? So one of the biggest ones. Beautiful, and just look at how fast it is. Absolutely amazing planes these are. In that case, this is a profitable line here. And I hope with the faster, the more the cities grow here, of course, the more people will also then want to travel by plane. I'm not going to make the connection with Sleepy Hollow for now. It's just not, I don't think that it's profitable at all or something. Nevertheless, we're going to make a normal passenger station here. That goes then probably right through Leek. Leek, of course, is a small nobody town, but we're going to change that. So I'm going to remove a few things here, unfortunately. Sorry, Leek. And then the tracks are going through the whole town, more or less, and out. And if we want, if the city grows, you know, of course, that the more people live here, the more people want to travel then also to Sleepy Hollow. But for now, I'm not doing that. Right, for now we really want to have only this connection there. Then to Southport, and in Southport, that's still the most difficult one, the trickiest one that we have. Probably like this, right? So for Southport, I will have to get rid of this road here for now. Where is it going anyway? It's just going to industrial buildings here, right? So here we're going to have the station. Could actually probably have it right here. Yeah, this is probably the best that we can do. There we have the station, and of course there's going then a street, a normal city street along the station. So there can be other buildings then going to connect then to this street there. And of course, the city continues then into this direction and can actually build something here as well. Right, so there can be done buildings and stuff like that, if they so choose. That is working. Now, we still need the tracks. So we have the station now here as well. This is going to be a tricky one though. Lots of bridges, I think. Oh boy. It's actually working. No big deal. I don't think we have too many excessive bridges. We have a tunnel. It's costing 2.7 million. And... oh, we have a problem there. Shipstone 2. What? Oh, I see. There's a ship line here that doesn't have a connection anymore thanks to the bridge there. It's those guys here delivering the stone to the construction plant, but they're not making that much profit anyway. It's pretty long in that way. I don't know if I want to keep it anyway. Or we just make this bridge a bit larger. No, I want to get rid of these stone lines there anyway. It's not making profit at all. This ship stone one here, right? So we don't need to do that if it's not making any profit there. It's too far away from the construction plant anyway. And we can just continue building now our high-speed train network here. Even though this is of course not high-speed right away, this is going to be regional primarily. But if these cities grow fast enough, then we might just add some high-speed trains to it as well. And here we're going to have then... Oh boy, where is the... There it is. How would you like to build this now? Construction not possible. First of all, it's lagging if I do that. And on the other hand, the bridges are insane. Even though for that it makes sense to have a bridge because it's going really down here. And of course, the train should have as little resistance as possible. So it's making sense to have the bridge here. And then we continue, too much slope. Alright, there we have a collision. This is a difficult one. Alright, so those things have been built now. We only have really that bridge here and there's no bridge necessary here. But, well, we do have quite a lot of elevation. Still, we're going over another train line here, which is not a bad thing. Overall, going then right into Southport. Now, of course, what we will need... I think, yeah, still the connection then to Riverdale. In Riverdale, we already have now the tracks going out here. So they need to go, of course, through that mountain. Look at the price for this one. 50 million. I'm not complaining. We have enough money. We are close to 1 billion. But I did not expect this to be so expensive, I guess. Still, let's connect it. Another 29 million. So this train line will probably never really be profitable, especially because of that tunnel here through that huge mountain. Still, Buxton, I think, will be very profitable, so there will be lots of people waiting to get to Riverdale. I'm pretty sure of that. Now we have that actually pretty much complete right here. The trains can then switch to this platform here. Yep, and they can also get out here then, if they want. In that case, what we still need now is the lightning. So we only need, of course, the path signals for for both directions. We don't need the waypoints anymore. I'm not using them. Don't worry. And another one here in the mountain, most likely for both directions. And then the same thing here once again. And also here once again, because they're especially useful if you want to use many trains on these lines then, because they will always go towards the signal, the next signal. So the more signals you have, the more fluid your traffic is then on these lines, which is just exactly what I want to have. Probably in here another one. Into Leak. I'm pretty sure that we will connect Leak with Sleepy Hollow then. For now, this is fine. What we still need is a crossing here then from the station. Righto, and that's it. Pretty much complete. A train depot we should have in Riverdale. Do we have one here? We can make one, right? I could just make a train depot here. Oh no, I would have to get rid of those buildings there. And that I don't want, just because for train depot. Then we're just going to build our own little train depot for this line only. And probably get rid of it then again. Since once the trains are on track, we can always just put new ones on there. All we need to do now is having a new train line. And this one now goes from Riverdale, platform 4 please. Taking these signals then here. So we're going to take this signal here first. And then it's going right for, yeah, actually, Buxton right away. Should be taking the platform. Very good, platform 1. Then we'll continue, of course, to this signal there. To Southport transfer, we're taking another signal. We don't necessarily need to put, well, to place these signals though, you know, to click on them. To Leak branch, and then it goes all the way back again using this signal here though now. So that's important. And then we're going for Southport transfer. Of course, the other platform then. That's right. Once again, we're taking this signal here then right away. Going to Buxton. There's no other choice anyway, you know, because there's no crossing anymore to another track. So once they are on this track, they stay there. Into Riverdale once again. There we have it. So this is now train Riverdale Leech. Was it Leech, right? I think it was Leech. Very good. And all we need now is a new train. And we do we have new regional trains that I could use? I think we have these ones here. We could also use these. The Railjet ones, Austrian Federal Railways. That's actually the one that I'm traveling with. I mean, why not? It's probably not going to be so profitable, but they just look really cool. Or we wait until we make some profit off these lines. I think that's the best option that we have, right? And we could use those ones here. I think they're fine in that they actually don't cost that much, what I can see. The only problem is there's no wagon for them. So there's only the locomotive on either side, but there's no wagon available for them as far as I can see. So we would always have to make them like that. Right? And then the next one. And then this one here again, which doesn't make sense. This does not look good. Unfortunately, there is no wagon for them. Very strange indeed. Nope, we don't have anything. I might just use these then here. These trains there, they make sense. Let's get rid of that. And let's add these trains here. How much does it cost? 500,000 a year. It's also pretty expensive. So let's use not this one. Right, then 2 here, and then it ends with this locomotive there once again. That's 88 capacity, 11 million. That's pretty fine. And this is train Riverdale Leech. Is it not on the right one? Should be. Okay, and there is the train now. It seems like there's a problem with the other train, which was a modded train. So this is now our little regional one here. But I'm going to exchange this one or replace it then with another train soon. Especially since then these towns now start to grow. Also, we should then see some decent growth for the oil or the fuel production that we have. And as we can see, it is. So this is also going up now. And actually, yep, all the trucks are being used at the moment. There's more oil than we need, and those trucks should make some nice, decent profit then soon as well. And Southport, as we can see, has now a 100% growth there as well. And Buxton, of course, will then also increase once the first trains dock here then at these. So we got I think the last passenger train line. Now all the cities on this world map are really connected with each other, and I hope that these towns start to grow then as well to get some more juicy trains out there. Stay tuned.